Hey everybody, it's Greg from parkjourney.com coming with you today with a new update from Six Flags Magic Mountain. Headed up to the park last Friday to check out what's going on with the 2022 coaster and of course all of the preparations that are now going on for Fright Fest. So a lot to get to in this update and we'll get right into it. Before we do, make sure you click below to subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate it. So if you remember our last update from the park, just a couple weeks ago, I had some issues with getting my skip the line pass, and the flash pass was horrendously long and tedious and slow. I'm happy to say that it was a little bit improved on my visit on Friday. It was not a very busy day. Kids are back in school for the most part here. And it was a Friday, so it was a nice empty day at the park, and I will definitely be taking advantage of those empty days at the park over the next few months. When I have my Fridays off, I get every other Friday off of work. I won't be going every other Friday, but as construction starts picking up on the new coaster, I'll definitely be making more trips out there to check it out. So as I said, the getting my skip the line was a little easier. Obviously, I got it for Twisted Colossus, as always. I always try to make sure I ride that every visit because it is my favorite. And it was great as always. So let's go ahead and get right into the update. So I first headed out to the Nightmares area. I was going to ride Viper and it was not open yet, so I decided to walk back to the back of the park. So here you can see some video and pictures of the Nightmares Scare Zone, one of our absolute favorite scare zones, not just at Magic Mountain, but at any park. So as you can see, they are putting up the lighting rigs and some of the props here. I love the props in this scare zone. And these flowers are just super awesome. I think we should, I told my wife we should make some of these for our front yard because they're just so super cool. And then you can see a little bit more of the scare zone here. Obviously it looks way different during Fright Fest. It is a blacklight scare zone. So all of the paint and coloring in the area is pretty amazing. And then obviously the canopy there with all of the trees and stuff make it super dark. Again, one of our favorite scare zones. Some of our favorite characters are in the scare zone, including one of our absolute favorites, Lorraine. I'll link here to one of her videos that we took a couple years back. So we'll definitely be visiting our friends here when Fright Fest starts in just, what, 2.5 weeks or so, right? They're doing a little work outside here at the bottom of the hill by Gold Rusher. I'm sure it's just normal concrete work, probably nothing too major. And then we'll head over towards Riddler's and look at construction for the new area. Here you can also see some prep for Fright Fest going on here for the scare zone in this area. I would imagine that they're going to move some of those tables and umbrellas and stuff out of the way. Not sure where they're going to move them, but that's usually where they put a lot of the scare zone and stuff, so I'm sure they'll move them. Not sure if they'll move them out back in front of the restaurants there. Then here we see footers are definitely being dug. As I was leaving the park later in the day, they were bringing in more rebar, and there was a cement truck coming in as well, so they are definitely pouring footers. You can see they're a pretty straight line there, possibly for one of the hills or the left hill. And they were working, a lot of guys on site, working hard to bring us some more thrills next year. And I really do hope they connect a walkway there from the Riddler side over to Batman, to the DC side from the Metropolis side. So you don't have to walk all the way around. It'd be kind of nice to have a fully connected DC area. So here we see a little bit more footers. Definitely getting ready to pour some concrete in there. Obviously, because of California regulations, these go pretty deep. And again, just a little bit more work. The guys working hard here, or the crew working hard here. And it does look like they are saving some of the trees in this area, which is great. Not only will it block the coaster from the main walkway a little bit there, but obviously shade and things like that. And hopefully maybe some extended queue using the old tidal wave area. Again, not quite sure where the entrance is going to be or what's going to happen, but we'll keep an eye out. Obviously, once they make their official announcement and we get a layout, we'll know a little bit more. So here you can see the fence with all of the little holes in them that, again, we did not create, but we definitely will use. In addition, Justice League is closed. I've heard a couple of things that it's just getting some work done. Obviously, maintenance crews are working throughout the park. I believe Justice League probably has the most amount of maintenance, moving parts, things like that with the effects and things. So possibly just waiting for some things to be updated in the ride. Of course, they can always just do a maze of tents and tables for Fright Fest as well. Just a little quick overview of the entire area. And then moving over around to the front side, again, not too much different here, not too much going on, it seems. Looks like they are keeping the wall and the fence in this area, at least for now. I would imagine if they were taking all that out, they would have moved the construction walls further out. And here's the old entrance for Tidal Wave. So not sure if they're going to open all that up for guests to see. And then on the other side, on the DC Universe side, here you can see they are definitely pounding footers and moving things with cranes, creating lots of space. I did take a ride on Batman right after this, and obviously they are clearing a lot of space in the area. Obviously no pictures or anything from on the ride. Don't do that. And as we mentioned a little bit in our update a couple of weeks back, Teen Titans Pizza is going away. This building predates even Gotham City. If you remember back when the reactor was here and Z-Force, this building goes back to even that era of the park. Not sure what they're going to put in its place. Obviously, their intention is to open up this area a little bit more, which is great. But hopefully they'll put some kind of eatery, because this area definitely does need an eatery of some kind. And then a little peek through the wall, and some construction guy decided to park his Bobcat right there. But you can see they're digging holes, clearing land, moving concrete. This is from the Batman queue. So you can see just the amount of work that they're doing in the front. The Kent's corn building is gone, you can see. So you can see all the way from the Batman queue all the way back to the walls in front of the Tidal Wave entrance. So it does look like they are took some part of the extended queue out as well. Going back to Fright Fest a little bit, City Under Siege is definitely coming back. One of our favorite scare zones. Obviously, it's probably going to be a little bit smaller this year because of construction in the area. But the main entry and the area between Flash and Wonder Woman will obviously be used. And maybe more out in this direction too. Looking in the truck, kind of gross, but maybe a good spot for a monster to pop out. Scream Punk is back as well. You can see they've already got the sign up here. And then some of the props for the Scream Punk Scare Zone. There was nothing yet for the new Scare Zone in the underground that I saw when I walked through there, so that's why you're not seeing any pictures or video of that. They're having a hiring event. They did one last few weeks, and there's one more coming up this weekend. So if you are looking for work being a monster during Fright Fest or a blackout or security or whatever, they are hiring. Check out their website. And just a few more props here in the Scream Punk area. And then moving up to the top of the hill, here we have Sewer of Souls getting prepped. One of the highlight mazes of the event for the last couple of years. And then we've got a sign here, keep out for now. And then just to close out this video, I mentioned these 50 Years of Thrills posters a couple of weeks back. I don't think I emphasized how much I really want some of these from my home office, especially this one, this Viper one. It's pretty awesome. I don't think I need them quite this big. I usually go for like the 11 by 17 one, so Six Flags, if you're watching this, I think we need some of these posters here. So we have Batman and Full Throttle, and I think Goliath as well. So some really great posters, and again, I hope that they kind of start selling these kinds of things. And then as I was leaving, it looked like they were kind of testing a new traffic pattern coming up the hill, not just using those 2 lanes that they have for the park, but kind of extending out with the cones. So we'll see. I don't know if they did that on Saturday. They definitely did not need it on Friday. Traffic hasn't been as bad the past few weeks as it was, earlier in, let's say, June and July, but it's still something that needs to be addressed. They still have 4 lanes going absolutely nowhere for now. And even once all those houses are built, I still don't think they need 4 lanes going up there and only 2 going to the park. So we'll see what happens. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this update from Magic Mountain. Again, we will be back probably for the opening night of Fright Fest. Will be the next time we are at the park. We may not be there right when Fright Fest begins that night. We do have a prior engagement in the afternoon. But we will be there opening night at some point to obviously do all of our maze walkthroughs and review of Fright Fest 2021. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you next time.